And they were like, you're due in 3 months. And I was like, what?
You're like, stop playing with me.
I was like, no. Yeah,
you was on TLC. I went to the ER and I was pregnant. I
didn't
those
even
shows
know.
that are on TLC.
Definitely, because I used to watch it. And I was watching it one day. I was like, how? How does people don't know? And then it was me. Like,
welcome to Chat It Up with Deanny. I'm your host, Deanny, aka Blondine, if you want to say my full name. And this is the Mother's Day episode called You Are Appreciated. I have 3 wonderful guests here with me. We have Malika, Miss Nene, and Anna. And we're going to just go through introductions real quick so people can know who you are, so you can say who you are, what you do, and how we know each other.
Okay. Because I'm like, why don't you guys start with me? But my name is Malika. I'm a single mother, and I'm a medical assistant and a small business owner.
And how we know each other?
Well, she doesn't remember me from school, but that's okay.
That's all trauma.
It's okay. We met through a mutual person, and then we started doing shows together, and I was just starting out my small business, and you let me come into your little space.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
So now we besties. That's how it works.
My name is Anna. I am a project coordinator for an audiovisual company here in Syracuse, and I know Blondine from college. We went to college together at SU, and yeah, we were
best friends.
Hi, my name is Nene Thornton. I am a director of a child care center here in Syracuse, and the way I met Blondine was through my daughter, who went to school with her, and this is my daughter. And it's been a nice experience knowing her.
Oh, thank you. It's been a nice experience knowing you too. You're so funny. So I had to bring you on. So let's start out. So when did you become a mom? Let's start with you, Miss Nene. When did you become a mom?
Dinosaur age. I became a mom in 1978.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I was right out of college, got married, and had a baby. And it's been that long being a mother, going through all the trials and tribulations of raising children, and how rewarding that is. And I'll leave it at that right now.
Well, how many kids do you have?
I have 4 children.
But I first became a mother 4 years ago, at the end of 2018. A little muffin came, and now I'm going to be a mommy again.
Congratulations. Are you having a boy or a girl?
I have no idea yet.
Are you guys gonna wait?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, you're like, no, I need to know.
Right? We'll find out next month.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
So yeah, fun times.
Okay, so I became a mother in 2010, early 20s, and then I became a mother again in 2011.
You like again?
Like my best friend says, once you pop, you can't stop. But yeah, that's what happened. And I have 2 little girls, and they're preteens. And yeah, we're going through that phase.
Ooh,
yeah, trials and tribulations.
So, what would you say the hardest thing about being a mom is? Whoever can go. The hardest thing about being a mom?
I think being a protector. being a protector from the day they're born, this awesome little being that you have full responsibility for, no one is accountable but you. So you live with a little fear, but that fear makes you strong.
Yeah.
That fear makes you committed and dedicated to that child. And that's it.
So Anna, your kid is younger, and now you have another kid on the way. So what's the hardest part about parenting a toddler?
I mean, I would say I have a true mama's boy right now. He's a true mama's boy. I would say literally my hardest thing is I'm the one. I'm always the one he comes to. I could be sleeping and Dad could be awake right next to him and he will get me up and say, I would like some cereal.
So he's one of those kids that can't even go to the bathroom, use the door, but you gotta lock it.
No, he will find something and Jimmy the lock.
Like, Mom.
Like I have,
Hello?
it's me. I'm the person right now. So any second of any day, or I'm just sitting there and Dad's giving me a break, but he won't give me a break. And they hear him in the back. Mom's having a moment. Just let her have a moment. Mom.
No moment for you.
I'm like, okay. What do you mean? Like, how can I help? Yeah, that's my hardest part at the moment. Is just I'm the one for everything. Anyway, can you play with me? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can you feed me? Can you? And I'm like, Daddy.
Can help too. Daddy can help too.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Daddy wants to help. Just like, please, like involve him.
Right. I think it's really hard to enjoy those moments because like you can be like really, really stressed out. But I'm sure your mom can say that you'll miss those moments.
Yes.
You know, when they're like 15, they're like, Mom, get away from me.
I know.
Like, don't talk to me. I'm going to hang out with my friends.
I know. I do. Once you're in it, you're like, okay, like you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're cherishing it. But it's just like, just 2 minutes. Like, can I go to the bathroom? I just wanted to go to the bathroom by myself.
Nope.
No.
So I do miss those moments. I do.
You do. So your kids are a little older.
Yep, they're 11 and 12, and they'll be 13 and 12 soon at the end of this year.
Oh yeah, because you did right after each other.
Right. So they're technically 11 months and 3 weeks apart. They'll be twins for a week.
Yeah, you wasn't playing. You was like,
listen.
let's get them out the way. Pop goes the weasel.
I truly, honestly, I didn't want children. I didn't even like children. Like I told my mother, you're not getting kids out of me. But then, of course, you fall in love, and I had my one, and I was like, this is it. This is the one. And then I did get on birth control after having her, but yeah, no.
So birth control doesn't work.
It didn't work for me.
The first time it didn't work for me.
Right. So I was like, I didn't know. I found out about my second child. I was 6 months and 6 days. And they were like, you're due in 3 months. And I was like, what?
You're like, stop playing with me.
I was like, no. Yeah,
You was on TLC. I went to the ER and I was pregnant.
I didn't
Those
even
shows
know.
that are
Like,
on TLC.
definitely, because I used to watch it. And I was watching it one day. I was like, how? How does people don't know? And then it was me.
Like,
it was.
And they say, you're not tired? No.
So I wonder, was there times, you know, this is a question for everyone, like when you are tired, when you are exhausted, why do you keep going? Why don't you give yourself the space to just kind of relax? Because I've noticed, like, I have a lot of friends who are mothers, and they will tell me, like, I'm not receiving help here or here or here, and I'm just like, are you going to take that time for yourself? And they're like, no, I can't. Why do you think, you know, is that true for you? Or do you rest when you actually need it?
My rest is when I go on vacation. That's my rest. That's my thing. Like, I am a traveling person. I love to travel. I do take my kids traveling because I want them to see the world. So I do that, both things. Like, we take trips. And yeah, I take a mommy trip. I take a mommy trip for like 4 or 5 days. And I've been doing that since they were younger. And that seems to help. Because I just need a peace of mind and relaxation without the mommy. And I got two. They're like, they should have been twins. God was like, guess what? But yeah, I had to. And my mom was a big help. My mom was a big help with me. Like, if she knew I needed that time, she would give me that time. Anytime I went on vacation, excuse me. Anytime I went on vacation or something like, hold up, it's not the video. It's not the vid. Yeah, but she would give me that time because she knew I'm doing it by myself, and she did it by herself. So she made a strong girl. I'm the only girl. I got two brothers, so I was always tough. I just had to do it. I have to do it. I have these two little lives, and I have to take care of them until they're old enough and they can fly off the nest and fly into the sunset.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
No, I can only imagine, you know, how it is for Anna. Like, you're married now, you know, you have a son, like you're still someone's daughter, someone's sister. Like, when you need the rest? I know where you come from, so your answer might be no. But when you need the rest, do you take it?
Yes and no. Yes, I can, because I'm very fortunate that I do have a husband who will give me time off, and he almost pushes me like out. Why don't you go? Why don't you have more girlfriends? Why don't you go out? Why don't you do? I need you.
I wonder too.
Right? You know, because I'm just a homebody, and that's my problem. I get stuck in the house, and I'm like, oh, well, I can do laundry, or oh, I can do, and he's just like, stop. Or I'm very fortunate to have this lady who's right there, who's like, or I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna go. And she's like, okay. Alright, fine. He'll be fine. Like, and he loves Buela, so luckily we're just like, thank you. Like,
Deuces.
like in October, I'm gonna need you again. That was just so everyone could hear.
I'm gonna need you
like, but in October we're going to Vegas. So
Oh, you're gonna be dropped by then.
right. Yeah, August 1st.
What? Your baby about to, maybe the baby will come on August 4th. You know why?
No, we don't need that. She already shares her birthday with my sister.
Yes. You need another August 4th baby.
Oh, God.
Obama needs to invite us all somewhere to celebrate. Obama's birthday is August 4th too, just in case.
Just in case
our viewers and our listeners would like to know that.
Yes, so we could, I mean, it could be a July, but August 1st, like.
I'd rather have a Leo than a Cancer. I'm sorry.
I got no disrespect to the Cancer.
Right.
Wow. Right. Cancer is my moon sign.
It's my moon sign too.
Oh my goodness. Let's stay on track before
we get into something else.
Somebody gonna come with,
I'm not the Cancer.
We not watching Chat It Up with Deanny no more. But I wonder, you know, because like I feel like we all come from strong parents. It's like, I feel like this is like a generational thing. And you know, for us to keep going and keep pushing ourselves, and like we have to be strong because no one else is going to be strong. Like, how do we, I want to say, begin to break that cycle of running ourselves into the ground?
I don't call it running ourselves into the ground. Not for
The queen.
myself.
She will never
There's a
stop.
story I want to share with you. I won't share it
I
though.
say that because when I need a break, a mental break,
Yeah.
I just stop. I go read a book. I read at night. I close my door. I'm done for the day.
Right.
You might not see me all evening. You know.
Sometimes you gotta go,
As your kids
"Ma,
got
you okay?"
grown, you know, as they got older. But I think it's changing. I think women right now are finding more time for themselves.
Yeah.
Like taking vacations. Like I take yoga, taking yoga. I'm always telling my girls, or you know, they're always, you know, I'm tired. Yeah, we're tired. It's selfless, you know, what we do, but we do it because the love is so strong, but at the same time, there are times that you have to just, I know that I do, I just exercise, walk. During the pandemic, I just walked and walked and walked. And I got a lot of perspective when I walked and walked and walked, just thinking of things I never thought about before.
Yeah.
So I put myself in that place. I said, that was a good time for me to gather my thoughts. And from that, I'm still reacting to those thoughts. I'm doing things out of my comfort zone. Because I'm really an introverted person by nature. Doesn't seem like it. But I push out when I need to. And then my safe place is the introverted person that I am. I can be very quiet. But I only push out when I have to. I have to push out for my job. I have to make speeches. I got to do this. I got to talk for my kids when they were little, advocate for them. Yes. But otherwise, I'm coming back in because I need to come back in. Because that's who I am by nature, you know. So I think it's changing for women. Women are realizing that we need time to ourselves. And I advocate that, that we really do need time for ourselves. To make yourself feel good, look good is part of it. Everything that goes to making you feel good, whatever that is, you know. But, you know, taking care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Because you're no good to anyone without that, I think.
Yeah.
You're just not. Where do you get your strength? From myself. I pull back in, and that's the way I do it. I think more women are doing that more and more.
Yeah.
So
I do
hopefully
see
that's
the
good.
change. I do
I
definitely see
do from the
change.
time that I was raising.
Yeah.
I was a different kind of mom because of the field I'm in with my children and with my husband, who again was another person that was more hands-on. So, but in my household at home, my mother did everything. I saw that. I picked up the good things, and then I let go of that other stuff. You gotta let go of it.
Yeah.
Let go of that stuff that you believe didn't make your mom feel good or work so hard.
Yeah.
Let that go, but take all her good stuff, because I learned a lot from my mom. At the
Yeah.
same time, it was hard. It was hard. Her raising us 5 alone, so.
To piggyback off of you, I would say my mother was such a hard worker and such a perfectionist that she did not know how to stop. Till this day, she does not know how to stop. She just like literally retired last year. Like, and she'd been telling me for 5 years straight she wants to retire. And I was like, when you do it, call me. Don't keep telling me every year you're gonna retire.
Sound like you.
And then she goes back. So I'm just like, ma'am, that's not really a retirement. You just took a hiatus. But yeah, she never. My mother, she don't drink, she don't party, she don't do none of that. She was strictly about her kids. Like, she never. She probably went on vacation one time. Out of all the times I can remember, probably once.
Wow.
So you're doing something different from your mom.
What I am doing different is, honey, I'm going to take it. Because how do you, if you don't have this straight, how are you going to keep them straight?
Yeah.
You know, if you're under stress 24/7, like, when do you decompress? You have to decompress. Like, especially if you don't have another person, significant other or something like that. Everything falls on you. So you just got to learn ways. And I'm not saying vacations for everybody. Maybe you don't want to take a vacation. Maybe you want to read a book and go to Barnes and Nobles and drink a latte or something.
Yeah.
That's somebody's decompression. That's fine. But yeah, I'm doing things different. I think that I deserve. I work very, very hard.
Yeah.
So.
Gotta love yourself first.
That your mental health became worse when you had kids. Like, did you have any anxiety, depression? But did you have like any anxiety, like more anxiety, once you started having children?
I mean, it makes you crazy.
Like, I think
there's
Rihanna
just
said
so
it's like
much-
being on shrooms. I've never done shrooms, but I'm just like, you probably
I've never
tweaking
done it either,
out.
but no, but I mean,
No.
it does make you crazy. Like, you just want the best for them all the time, and you don't want to be that hover parent. But now, in this day and age, there's just so, like, there's always crazy, but there's crazy right now. Like, I'm thinking about school in the next year and a half, and I'm like, is somebody gonna come and shoot up my kid's school?
It's ridiculous.
Like, do I need to homeschool? Like, do I need to become a teacher? Like, just little things like that. Can we go to the mall? Oh, no. Because they're shooting up in the mall. Like,
right.
And I
just
take
little things.
my nieces and nephews to the mall, and like I have that anxiety, like driving up. I'm just like, ooh, everybody is here. Look.
And we have these conversations with Henry, like, when mommy and daddy says something, I need you to listen because
This could be going on.
Yeah.
anything can happen. He's just, oh yeah, okay, mommy. And then we're like, no, focus, please, for a second, because I know you'll. But if we're going, we're going. Like, if we're in Billy B's, we are leaving. Like,
Yeah.
I know you want to stay, but we
Right.
can't. Like, I will yoke you. I will. It's
Not
like,
the yoke and yoke.
it's like,
And another thing is like having Black children and knowing that one day you're gonna have to have those conversations with them. You can't even go to the wrong address anymore.
No, not anymore. I can't.
Like, it's just, you don't want to be that parent, but we have to be that parent and still.
And be. You know what I'm saying?
But still be like, okay.
You can
One
go.
day-
Right?
right?
You
Yeah.
can go.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
I
however,
look back and I used to hate like my mom was always that, like she would go in my planner and look and see, and she would go to people's house and be like, like she was that parent, like she always be aware. So she told me just to be that, and I am that. I'm
That
always
brings
aware
on
of my
anxiety. That's
my surroundings and stuff like that. But if even what kills my anxiety, what gets my thing going is I have 2 girls, and it's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were little, growing up, we didn't worry about sex trafficking and things of those type of things. Like kidnapping is still going on for years and decades and whatever, but it's crazy now. It's crazy now. Your supposed friends are harming their own friends, and they not coming back, and it's just too much. So I try. I'm in the phase right now with the girls where they do want to spend a night and do like stuff like that, and I'm just like, spend a night.
You're like,
Be home with me. And they like, you're boring, Mom. And like they just don't want to be home, so I let them go a little bit, but not too much.
right, we're gonna reel it in.
Yeah, we're gonna
Call me if you don't want to stay.
Just
My
let
number is.
I'm always
on.
Listen, don't matter. 24 hours, I'm open like
always-
McDonald's. Baby,
Yep.
call me.
I will be up. I
She
will
was
be
like, but
ready.
what if you sleep? I'm not. I'm not.
I'm worried about you. So
Why? Why would I sleep?
I haven't slept since 2010.
And the thing about mothers is we're like, oh, these kids getting on my nerves. But soon as they leave, you be like,
My baby.
and you never.
friend, what are you doing? I'm like, and everybody's mother, so everybody's doing something. You like, I won't tune in. So
Right.
I'm in the phase like, I really sitting home watching Netflix and by myself and.
I'm worried about social media, and I have a 4-year-old.
I'm so worried about that.
I only have a 4-year-old, and I'm like, I'm worried because I have nieces and nephews who are on it, and
No.
it's private. And I'm like, I understand that, but on TikTok, everybody sees your stuff, and it makes me nervous.
My
Like,
kids only have TikTok.
And the creepers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
like it's just too many of them. It's
They have TikTok. I'm not gonna front. They do have TikTok, but they don't have Facebook, Instagram, any of that.
like, it makes me nervous already, and I'm like, and it's not even like just the creepers. It's like their friends,
God.
and everyone's just recording,
And judging.
and now they're
Yes.
judging everything. I'm just like, I
I'm
can't.
glad we didn't have.
I know, like, not as that, right?
It's a nightmare
Just
sometimes.
Yeah.
It
I'm
is,
glad
and
we didn't have
once it's
cameras
there,
in our
it's
face.
there, and it's just for the world to see.
And it never goes away.
And it never goes away.
We can't scrub it off the internet, and that's what I'm afraid. Like, we were taught reputation is everything. That's
Yeah.
what my mother always instilled in me. Your reputation is everything, and we didn't have, like, in the 90s growing up, you didn't have that stuff.
And like, one little mistake could be kind of, okay, there was a few people at that house party, but
Right,
they may forget about it.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, immediately.
Remember that
they're
memory?
recording
Look,
you.
it's right here. Like, and it's crazy. I don't know. It's just
I don't know. When I
crazy.
become famous, they gonna find something.
Money.
Especially during 2020, because I was letting them have it. You know,
It's gonna be a whole thing. I remember this one time I served her at a restaurant.
I'm telling you, I worked in Los Angeles at a vegan restaurant, and Kaylani did not tip me.
Oh, I heard she was rude though. We're really off the wrong subject. Okay. We're gonna talk about celebrities soon.
But yes, so tell me, what is your definition of being a good mother, and has it changed over the years? Because I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
I know some people who not good mothers. I think.
But wait, hold up.
Be honest, right?
Not everybody here.
Wait, hold on. Well, thank you to that. Girl, you don't know. I ain't friends with people who ain't good mothers.
Yo.
I'm gonna just keep it
And that's
real.
another
I
thing,
have
just
an
being
issue with
around
that.
parents who share the
Same comment.
like,
yeah.
But this is some of my family members.
Oh,
I just can't.
All right, let me cut. I'm chatting up with Deanny. We hold nothing back.
Oh, okay. We keep it real.
Like,
Some of my family members, I'll be like,
I mean, some choices can be questionable.
definitely.
Okay, so when you're first time mom, you don't
Right? There's no rule book.
to this.
It's not.
I mean,
She gave
they
me
do
great
give you a
things,
baby.
but like,
They do
listen,
give you a baby book when you first get pregnant. They do.
what to
But
expect when you're expecting.
right,
I'm gonna go watch the movie
But
when
I
it's my
think-
turn, because I don't.
I can't. I thought being well, let's keep it real. I didn't want to be a mom. So when I had my first child, I was like, when automatically in the hospital having her, just seeing this little person come out of me, I was like, I love her. Like she's mine. You know, when they put your child on your chest or whatever, you just love. It's an instant bond that you can't explain. So I was already attached to her, and it was different. I was like, oh, this is my number one. This is my mini me. This is my man. And then the second one came, and I was like, okay, now we're getting out of control. Now we're doing a little bit too much. But yeah, I think my expectations as a mother and my definition of a mother has changed throughout the years.
What about you, Miss Naya? Let's go back to you, because
It's been a long
you know
time.
the land before time.
And not the land before time, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let me tell you, yeah, of course it's changed. Very naive, I didn't know anything. Mother never told me about the birds and the bees, never talked about. We just learned it out in the street. I come from New York City, I'm in the Bronx.
Oh, she from the
Learning
Bronx.
it.
Oh, mama.
Terror Squad.
I'm from
Words.
Brooklyn, I am a Brooklynite. I was there too.
You was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like Redwood.
Dang, that's far on the train.
Cambridge High School.
She said I was in Brooklyn, I was in the Bronx.
But the Bronx, I was a little older, but I was raised in Brooklyn. And naive, very naive when I had a baby, didn't know anything kind of thing. Knew school books, knew all that kind of
Right.
stuff. But really, the actual of birth and all that, it was like, woo! I didn't know what was going down. It was just like really hard.
So when you had to give birth, was it like?
It was hard. It was hard anyway. The first child for me was hard. You're so naive. You are so naive when you have a baby, I think, you know. And my mother was in New York City. She always lived in New York City, so she came out when the baby was 2 months, 3 months. So the first few weeks, I was on my own. Because in Syracuse, I didn't have family in Syracuse. Coming from, it was culture shock, number one. But coming from New York City and coming up here. So it was all so different, you know. And the lists just kept on adding. Oh, this is what mom does. Protects, does this, mourns if you lose a baby. You know, so much.
Right, yeah.
So much. I said the list just grew and grew and grew. And now I'm at the point in my life where I'm a grandmother. You know, I got 9, gonna be 9, number 9 grandbaby.
Aww.
And again, the list, you know, grandmother, you love those grandchildren almost like your own. You know, you just love with a lot of fire and you know, the love is so lit. And you think, I said, damn, love them as much as my kids or more?
Mhm.
What the heck?
What? What happens?
Yes, but she gives them and she be like, but here.
Right,
I love them,
it's
Mama.
because I think that's
My
the
mother
beauty
be
of
like-
being an auntie too. It's just
Yeah.
like I can take them and then give them right back.
I don't want to give them back.
I knew
But
the
they-
grandmothers.
No, what I'm saying.
When I was growing up, I didn't get McDonald's like that. Y'all sending them.
She just gave my kid McDonald's.
What happened that we ain't got McDonald's?
Right.
We got food at the house,
Right?
Tell us
Your
what
mother cooks.
happened. What happens
What
from
happened
turning
with what?
from a mom into a grandma that softens you?
She was always soft. Not like not in that way, but I mean like she was always just nurturing. I think from her job, like she was always
right.
she was just always a nurturer.
What it is, it's not as much as being a soft or anything, but I feel at this point in my life, I am an expert in how children feel, number one, how they look at life. I put myself right in their shoes.
Right.
You know, I just feel for them and I empathize with them so much. But I also never go against the grain of the parent because I know that would be, that'd be, but they get upset. They get upset with me if they have to, but they know I love them to eternity. You know what I'm saying? And I love them with all, but at the same time, I feel I can really read children so well. So I'm able to turn around any kind of situation. We never have conflicts, basically.
She's a child.
No,
You know?
it's true.
She
You know?
really is a child.
She's right. She just.
It's just who I am.
Right.
I've been doing it since I was probably middle school,
Really?
dealing with children. I set up in my neighborhood like
Babysitting?
like a preschool. No, a teaching. I've been teaching since I've been in middle school. We had this building. They wanted one room. You want it? Yeah, I want it. And I would set up shop, and I was a teacher. So I've been teaching all my life and seeing kids and people from different perspectives, maybe, that we all don't come from the same mold, number one. We can't, you know, this child had this and this child has that. You don't come from the same mold. So you have to take the child from where he is with no judgment.
Right.
No judgment on the parents, because I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know you and I don't know, you know. I don't know. I know to a certain degree, but what you're feeling inside, nobody knows.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so from there, I just take that child and, you know, I make them feel good about themselves, being able to express themselves, and whether it's bad or not. We all have feelings. Say what you mean. If you gotta cry, cry. It's gonna make you feel good. Right? I cry, I feel good when I cry after, you know, those kind of things. For the boys as well, I don't treat the boys or girls any different. Because they all have these feelings, different feelings at different times. But we all have those feelings. So, again, that came from being a mother with my own kids and then doing it every day in school for 35 years. So you got to learn something.
And eventually,
it becomes you.
you get McDonald's money.
And eventually,
My reasoning was, I'm going to make it easier for mom and dad today.
Yeah.
We're coming here, and dad has to do something. So why not feel night? Ding, ding. I didn't give it to them without their permission. I said, hey, can I get them a little something? I didn't say why or anything, but I knew they'd say yeah. So that's what I mean. I mean, there has to be a communication too. So,
So, is there anything that you wish your mom would have told you about being a mom that she didn't tell you, or you feel like she prepared you to be a mom?
nah, she ain't prepared me. She did not prepare me. She just, I think that she, they go to grandma for everything. Cause I'm trying to play the good cop and the bad cop.
Yeah.
So what they say to me is, you're mean, I'm calling grandma.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, go call her. I mean, your grandma.
I'm grown now. I'm not as grown as
I'm grown now. She not gonna tell me. You mine.
She still crying.
But she just like you, she definitely like steps back. Listen, your mom said, you know, whatever, like, and they go through those phases. But I just feel like, no, she didn't prepare me to be a mom, but she helped and put a little hint. Like Malika, she would give me advice, like, well, maybe if you do it this way, you know, maybe if you separate the two, and you know, she gives me suggestions and stuff like that, but
you could take it or leave it.
she didn't teach me how to be a mom. I just winged it, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody wings it. With their first child, everybody wing it. Like, I read a couple books and stuff, and you know, I have friends that had children before me, so that was like, I got experience with seeing other moms. So
anything that you wish your mom would have told you about motherhood?
Anything different about being a mother?
Yeah.
That it wasn't a piece of cake. That it's not easy, you know, being a mother. A lot of, I just, you know, when you're having a baby, you think everything's gonna be, you know, beautiful.
okay.
But it's not. It's a lot of hard work. Of course, rewards from that and gratitude for having a child. It's a gift. But at the same time, they didn't paint it that way, you know?
Yeah.
So you're envisioning all the beautiful baby and you're just going to be loving it and nothing else. You don't have moments of rest, but you don't know that.
Yeah.
So if your mother says, look, you're going to be up all night long. I had no idea.
Ooh.
All night long with this baby, because it, you know, babies eat at night, and you're gonna be, you know, just tired and delirious. Not even tired, deliriously tired, because you haven't slept in like 2-3 months now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, really consistently and the way you need to. So things like that, just normal stuff that is gonna happen when that baby comes. You don't know. It's just, you go into it and you learn. One way or another. That's why a lot of women go into that depression and they can't handle it. That's a lot without sleep too, you know. But you do it. And some do and some don't. Some need help and so forth.
And there's no shame in needing help and calling on your village.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know, I will say, I wish she did tell me more, because seeing my parents, they were just such a team, and then her doing it by herself, she was just, you know,
The team of
superwoman.
one.
Like, but I wish she told me more that you and your partner will, like, about raising a child, they are two different people with two different styles who now have to come together and be like, okay, your style isn't exactly working, my style isn't exactly working, but you know, you always feel like you're right.
Come up with it.
But coming up with something together, like, you will butt heads. We butt heads over the simplest things. Like, you know, I'm the nurturer all the time, and you got to be a little tougher on him. And I'm like, well, you're too tough. And you need to be more nurturing. And so it's just like the little things. And
that's where you're raised too.
Yeah, and then that's another thing, just being raised so differently and coming from two totally different households, and now we have our household. And well, you know, I always did it this way, I understand that, and I always did it this, I understand that. How do we come together now and make our little village work?
It'll work.
Like,
It will work.
Yeah.
It will work.
We're getting there. We got it.
The second one, you're gonna be a process.
Right.
You're gonna be like, just prop this bottle up just like that.
Right.
And the baby falls, you're like, it's all right. It's all right.
We're good. We're good.
Rub it out. Rub it out.
I know
Oh,
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
I thank you all so much for being on Chat It Up with Deanny.
Thank you.
Can you folks let us know where we can find you, like Instagram, Facebook, you know, things like that?
I am on Facebook. Imani comes first. If you want to purchase some hair gems, I Unique Hair Gems. I'm also on TikTok as well. Instagram. Hey, Blondie, Snapchat. I'm just a social media junkie.
Just give me like 3 and we gonna
got it. Right.
All about you.
I'm like the exact opposite. I am not a social media. I'm like,
She has one.
I am. I'm
Facebook?
like, you know, I am on Facebook. What's my name?
Is it? It's
Anna
Anna Rose.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's. You can find me on there. Anna Rose.
ANA.
Yes, 1 A. Anna, not Anna. Thank you.
Okay,
say it.
Right.
Nah.
But yes, no, you can find me on there. I don't post much, but
You're on there.
I'm on there.
Miss Nene, you don't have any Instagram.
Nowhere.
But they can find you if they need,
Child care center.
child care center at the Growing Place.
Mm-hmm.
So look up the Growing Place if you need some child care. Miss Nene has raised 1,000 kids.
Really? She really
She
has.
really has.
Where's your location?
3800 East Genesee Street.
Okay.
3800 East Genesee Street.
Mhm.
But I thank you all so much again, and
Thank you.
I thank you for
Thank you.
being part of this Mother's Day episode. And I hope everyone takes from this to take better care of yourself. Whether you're a mom, a sister, a husband, a wife, take good care of yourself so you can take care of others. And thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Yeah, that was beautiful.